If there ever was such a thing as a company that could do almost anything, well, Tenakee Properties is it. These guys know how to completely transform your existing home into something new, or just do it room by room. That's Tenakee Properties. Visit Tenakee.com or phone 931-244-4602.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your evening update.
Mostly sunny and hot across the Tennessee Valley on this Monday. Barely a cloud in the sky, just a few fair weather clouds out there. All the heavy cloud cover and rainfall has been shifted off to the east in association with what was once Hurricane Debbie that's now down to a tropical storm as of this early Monday evening. We'll talk about Debbie here in just a moment, but that's keeping all the rainfall off to the east, and we don't actually have meaningful rainfall in the forecast here for the next 7 days. Dry today at the Lawrenceburg Airport. It will be that way for the next several days. A daytime high of 91 there this afternoon. Many locations in southern Middle Tennessee, however, were a few degrees warmer. You know, the Lawrenceburg Airport is usually a cooler spot compared to its surrounding reporting stations, not just in North Alabama, but also southern Middle Tennessee. It's usually cooler than the ones that surround it. So we're not too surprised by that. 68, the morning low there. Shoals Airport, much warmer also, as you would expect. It's often one of our warmer reporting stations in the viewing area. 98 this afternoon for a daytime high after a morning low of 72. No rainfall in the bucket there, and we don't expect meaningful rainfall here as we go through this week, the weekend, or at least to start next week. It's going to be beyond 7 days before meaningful rain chances come back. Mostly clear skies, partly cloudy as we head through tonight here, dropping down to the low to mid 70s. Futurecast overdoing that radiational cooling just a little bit. It has a tendency to do that, so I expect low to mid 70s instead of the upper 60s peppered here and there. Partly cloudy skies tomorrow, getting up into the 90s once again. Depending on where you are, many locations could be as warm as the upper 90s. Mid to upper 90s are most likely falling back through the 80s into the 70s. Once again, tomorrow night staying dry, but a few clouds rotate near the area through the middle of the weekend. For Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, we have added the 10% chance of a stray shower, just a 10% chance for any shower that may try to get close to the I-65 corridor, but it looks like the rain really stays east of us for the rest of the week. GFS is the westernmost model out of all of this, and it's verified too far west so far. So we expect this to stay east of us. However, can't rule out a stray sprinkle or a shower closer to I-65, or with that frontal system that comes through Friday into Saturday that knocks the temperatures down in time for the weekend. Check this out. Mid to upper 90s, not far from 100 for a few people for the next couple days. And then check out the weekend behind that front. Upper 80s, maybe mid 80s for a few of us for daytime highs. Overnight lows Sunday morning, Monday morning down into the low to mid 60s. Some of the model data actually suggest upper 50s. We're not brave enough to go that low yet, but we're not too far from it. And we may have to bump these numbers down a couple degrees if we continue to see those trends. Cooler air is on the way in time for the weekend, which is certainly good news for some heat relief. Here's the latest on Debbie this afternoon. 4 p.m. Central Time Advisory has winds down to 50 miles per hour. Debbie's down to a tropical storm. You expect them to weaken once they make landfall, moving northeast to 8 miles per hour. Expected to come just offshore the South Carolina coast the next few days before hooking north as the jet stream picks it up ahead of that frontal boundary, making a second landfall on the upper South Carolina coast, and then jetting out of here off to the northeast on this track. No local impacts expected for our area. All the clouds and rainfall staying to the east of us and moving away. There's a second tropical disturbance in the Caribbean we're watching. It's being sheared right now. That will continue to move west. National Hurricane Center giving this a 30% chance of possibly becoming a tropical depression over the next several days. We'll certainly watch that, but too early to be overly concerned here just yet. Mostly clear skies overnight, dropping out of the 90s into the 80s this evening, and then down to the low to mid 70s for morning lows around here. Mostly sunny for Tuesday and Wednesday. Daytime highs mid to upper 90s each day. A 10% chance of a stray shower Thursday, Friday, or Saturday on the outer edge of Debbie if the remnants move far enough west, or with that frontal system coming through It's beginning to late Friday and early Saturday, but no meaningful rainfall here for the next 7 days. Cooler temperatures are on the way, however, as we head into the weekend and at least the start of next week. There's your latest 7-day forecast. I'll be back at 9 o'clock for a final check of your local weather.